how is everyone? Quick video, counselling and postnatal depression. How would I work with that in my practice? So first of all, I have not experienced that. I do not have kids, so it's worth mentioning that in case somebody wants somebody who's been through it who they can really relate to as well. But what I will say about it is, if we imagine the tough time that women go through with this, with the level of fear, depression, hopelessness, you've got hormones in the mix, you've got sleep deprivation, you've got major life change, i.e. the baby being born. And sometimes when we have major life change as well, we also can experience previous trauma being re-triggered in certain ways, linked to certain things as well. So it can be a hell of a lot going on for somebody, and it can be a really heavy time. And just to separate as well, we've got postnatal depression and we've got baby blues. And what I would describe the difference is the baby blues would be a lot shorter, maybe a little bit less intense, and the postnatal depression takes people to the brink of not wanting to be here anymore, wanting to harm themselves, sometimes even wanting to harm the child, and not intentionally, just because they've hit the breaking point. Just to give a quick little story as well, like obviously as I mentioned, I've not had children and haven't experienced it, but I have experienced depression before, and I have experienced not wanting to be here. But on a quick little story, I babysat my nephew once, and when he was a little baby, and obviously as little babies do, you don't sleep, you're keeping an eye on them, or they're waking you up or whatever. And I remember the next day being absolutely emotional as hell, to the point where I actually dropped some milk and burst into tears. And when we're not sleeping, moods can't regulate, so everything feels heavier and difficult. And that's just an example of one night of disrupted sleep, and parents are going through this, for months and months on end, and sometimes, well, actually you've got years, you've got toddlers and stuff. So imagine just that element on its own, the sleep deprivation, is hard enough as it is, without all the other stuff as well, the body changes as well, whereas we're in our critic act, whereas our body's changed, there's so many avenues I could go down with this, but anyways, I'm going to try and keep it short. So how would I work with it in my practice? So as always, a safe, non-judgmental, consistent space to unpack. And sometimes it might be about unpacking how difficult it is without fear of judgment, without fear of, oh my god, someone's going to come and take your kids off you because you're expressing your struggles, So I think that, creating that space is really, really important. And also it's worth pointing out, like, if we think about social media and things, a lot of people are posting, these lovely photos of being parents and things like that, but nobody really posts the tough times or gets raw or real about how hard it is, which then puts a lot of pressure on the new mums or parents or whatever, to kind of try and match these standards and to not say there's a problem. And when we keep things in and we bottle them up, of course we feel worse. So having somewhere even just to offload is going to be really, really beneficial, and then all the other stuff that comes with counselling, like different tools and techniques and things that's needed depending on the individual. So anyways, I'm going to wrap that up there. As always, thank you for checking it out, and if anyone has any questions or anything, I'm under nataliecounselingservices.co.uk, and yeah, peace, love and light.